Hello everybody and welcome back once again to Super Metroid YPR. And in this video we are going to see a very strange and interesting little sort of custom mini-boss thing for Speed Booster. The amazing Tiki Monster thing. So anyway, as I was saying in the last video, there's door, and I'm still not very good at this game, but there's a door I did not go through down here in Norfair. It was after I did the gate glitch, and there's tiling error down there, and it still has not occurred to me I'm supposed to go around the normal way to high jump to get down there, so I'm just going back this way and doing the glitch gate again. But of course you don't have to do that, and there's still a missile in here somewhere, right there. So yeah, still a missile. So yeah, you don't have to do this glitch. It just never really crossed my mind that, oh, there's another way down here. So at the time I'm thinking, this is just can't be right. Does it really require the glitch to get through here? Which of course no, it doesn't, but so back in here we are. Plus this way is faster anyway, I believe. You don't have to go through all the puzzle thing. So it went right down beneath me, but powerbomb door, so we can't do that quite yet. So right down here, eventually I figured this out. Like, and this time the gate glitching does not quite go as well as last time. This is not the hardest thing in the world, but it's not something I do on command. It's like mock balling, and obviously infinite bomb jumping. I do much more consistently than I do the gate glitch. So down here is where my other door is. It was straight to the right here. It's like going, oh, yeah, I never went through that door. And this was actually where I needed to go, and I was right here a long time ago, but obviously I didn't go this way. And so this room does what some hacks do, which is put crumble blocks over spikes. Not my favorite thing. I don't mind it too much, but it's still not. Personally, I'm not the biggest fan of it. And right over here we have obviously the entrance to Lower Norfair, which we are not getting to for a very long time, as we need the wave beam power bombs. So if you go this way, which is a little, I like how this room looks, honestly. I don't like the red-orange glow, or the red background, but get rid of that. I like this tile set, how it is. See, like the glow works okay on these fuzzy blocks, because the fuzzy blocks are pretty much a neutral color. That isn't blue. But this could work if you change that glow to something that fits the blue tiles more. And right up through there, I'm smart enough not to go that way, because I remember there's a powerbomb door right on top of that. I don't need to be going back through there. Yeah, I like these lava hand things. Like they're very green color. And yes, I just rolled straight across that, even though it quite clearly raised up above that ledge. And we have the non-mini rush thing. And I fail at jumping. Also fail at freezing these guys. And this room is one of the best rooms in the hack, because it's full of bubbles. Let's look at these bubbles. Again, would have preferred the glow to be somewhat different than what it is, but it's alright. And there's a missile hanging out down here. And I kind of like this little puzzle thing, because you don't really see this too much. Having to use an enemy to break some blocks around an item. So just like that. I mean, it's simple. It's an easy to do concept or whatever, but you don't really see it that much. It's very strange. Probably, well, maybe because after one time, if you put in a hack, you're like, well, that's, you just kind of get like done with it. It's like, well, that wasn't much at all. It's like the player's done with that, and I'm done with it, so no more. So I decided to check out Wave Beam, except there is no Wave Beam back here. And there are crumble blocks. This room is a cause of a big derp on my part later, but... Oh, hey, somebody sent me a message. But yeah. Later, I do a derp in here. And that is a very interesting background. It's very, very weird. So yeah, I decide, well, I'm done with there for now. I can go check out other stuff. I guess I was kind of having maybe to call a haphazard approach to exploring the hack, where, you know, I just missed the door completely. At one time, I'm just doing other stuff now. It's like, oh, well, I partially explored that room. I'll go somewhere else now. So I kind of started out with the hack sort of like that. And then that completely changes after I get speed boost. I'm like, well, I missed this obvious thing. I am going to thoroughly explore stuff now. And that leads to some fun times. In this room, it looks like, oh, hey, obvious morph tunnel. Well, no, that's not an obvious morph tunnel. It's meant to be obvious to throw you off. There's nothing here. Except there is a tunnel in the wall. Right there. So I'm like, yep, beam passing through. And I failed at that, but yeah. There is a little tunnel right there, which gets us some more items, which is good. We need items, especially for Crocomire, which we still won't be going to for a very long time. And you don't need to worry about Crocomire until, well, much later, but until right before you get ready for Lower Norfair. Because he is guarding one of the items you need to enter there. And Lower Norfair is something we don't need to do for much later. Basically, this follows the original. It's criteria, Brinstar, you got Kraid, then you're supposed to do Phantoon, then Dragon, then Ridley, so it follows the original like that. Not too much. That's another reason why half hacks are kind of like low on my list of hacks I like, because they're, being a half hack, they're harder to change around. You can change which bosses you fight first or whatever, because you can get to any of them. But it's still a half hack. It still has a very familiar feel to it, and that's something you can't really change. The way you change that is by making a brand new hack. So up over here is where the speed boost mini boss is, along with interesting backgrounds. Got a little refill thing. You don't really need it too much unless you're like very low on ammo or health. But this is Mr. Tiki Monster boss. This thing, it's interesting. And yeah, your missiles, I don't know why they didn't really do much there. There's some blocks in there that I'm assuming are not pass-throughable for some things. But yeah, that was the boss. I guess there's a little bit of ASM in there. The Rinkas disappear after destroying the enemies. Otherwise, it's just a big face made out of tiles and a couple bubbles for eyes. And that's an interesting boss, I will say. It's one of the more interesting things about the hack. Really, the only good things about this hack are the fact that it has interesting things in it. Because overall, there's not that much else redeeming about this hack. A lot of really interesting stuff, but it's just not put together the best. So with Speed Booster, supposed to go to the wreck ship. I try to do that, but I've already told you the part where you're supposed to shine spark in. I have not actually come across. I have not actually seen that I'm supposed to shine spark there yet. I don't even know how to get there yet. So this part is where I go completely off the rails crazy at one point with exploration, because I can't get into the wreck ship the way you normally would, across that big lake, because the door's locked and it doesn't open. So that leads me to the conclusion that I have to do something else. Something else being where I get absolutely crazy with stuff. And what's kind of sad / interesting about it is that it almost works. Because I end up, because there's the back entrance into the wreck ship that nobody uses because it's useless. But it's through Meridia. So I'm thinking, well, maybe I'm supposed to go into Meridia and go to the back entrance, or maybe I'm just supposed to be in Meridia in the first place. And exploring through Meridia with my current equipment almost works. It almost works. But there's one point in there where I come across something that I completely lost it at. So I guess if you get high jump before you get barrier, you could come this way and start doing a heat run. So yeah, the passing through Meridia without gravity, without all the other stuff, it's freezing enemies, and it's set up in just such a way that's like, this is possible, so this must be what is expected of me. I must have to do this, and I really failed at this glitch this time. Mockballing is so much easier than this. There we go. Yeah, it's... Meridia's just... I was thoroughly done with this hack at that point. I mean, it's probably a good thing I did not record any audio for that, because it may have been a little salty. Or more than a little. So, like a genius, I decided to head back this way first. Like I said, I don't know. I just kind of figured wreck ship, but there was still wave beams room to look through. Like, I'm going to explore things thoroughly now. I'm going to make sure I see things through. Which doesn't do much because I completely derp up in the room, but that's another matter. And that's actually something we will be seeing in the next video. This one is just about over. But yeah, look forward to a bunch of blind exploration, not knowing where to go, and some amazing stuff in Meridia. It is just close enough to doable to make it believable. But even that's a little bit off. I have to figure out there's no other way I can go first. So, we will hopefully see you for those. And we will end this video off here, so thanks for watching. We will see you next time.